Education by Michaela Fritsch, Maddie Pulver, Renee Silva, and Jonathan Gavalisi. The state and national government have been feuding over what powers should be used to control education for years. The 10th Amendment gives the states power to create public schools and the right to any power not given to Congress. States determine school practices, curriculum, requirements for enrollment and graduation, and set teacher credentials. However, the national government gets to influence the state's decisions and laws through the Elastic Clause. The Elastic Clause allows Congress to pass any law they deem necessary and proper. The states know that the national government has the power to control education, but they feud over the way that the federal government uses and abuses their power. Observe! A child who has not received proper education, very unhappy and very uneducated. No Child Left Behind was a mandate created by George Bush's administration, with both Democrats and Republicans agreeing to set higher standards for education. This helped give more freedom to states by giving the national government less power. States are encouraged to create their own standards for better education, but the federal government still holds its powers over the states. No Child Left Behind set up teacher credentials to ensure higher achievements by schools, which violate states' rights to set up their own teacher credentials. Though No Child Left Behind, teachers are required to have at least a bachelor's or associate's degree and a certified teacher license to students to receive a higher education. Observe! A child with the education he deserves, both happy and brilliant. The federal government has the right to set mandates for higher education standards through the Elastic Clause, and Obama pushed its power further by bribing states with a creeping categorical grant called Race to the Top. Race to the Top is a $4.35 billion fund the U.S. Department of Education is using to incentivize states to push students further. It awards states by satisfying policies such as performance-based standards for teachers and principals, complying with nationwide standards, promoting charter schools, and computerization. States who fulfill all requirements set up by the national government will receive all or most of the money. Some states argue against this because they would rather keep their own standards instead of switching, but each state wants and needs the money. With the help of No Child Left Behind and Race to the Top, the federal government had a chance to improve education the way it thought was proper, while bullying states with an opportunity for money they could not refuse. Although it's each state's free choice whether or not to change their standards, they lose their power to control education to the resources of the federal government. The end.